Hi, this is Barbie, and we're going to do a reformer workout today. I have two reds and a green spring on. I'm going to start with my headrest up. My foot bar is at the center slot. Let's go ahead and lay down. We're going to find ourselves in a neutral spine. We're going to have our heels together, toes apart in that V shape. So Pilates V. I want you to feel like your pelvis and ribs are heavy. Lower back is slightly lifted off of your carriage, so your back is in neutral. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. When you press out, you're going to exhale and resist those springs to come in. We want to keep this pelvis nice and stable. Collarbone is nice and wide. The upper body is relaxed. We're just warming up that lower body. Chest is open. Breathe as you come in. Exhale out. Let's go 5 more. 5. 4. Try not to let the tailbone tuck as you come in. 3. The pelvis should be still. 2. Halfway in, pause the carriage. Little pulses here. Press. Press. You can have your headrest flat if it feels better with it down. There's 3 levels. You can have it at any level with our footwork. 5. Pulse 4. Pelvis is still. 3, 2, all the way out with 1. Very nice. All right, come on in. Same thing on the toes, except we're going to add a dip of the heels. So knees are lined up with the toes, heels are pulling together, squeezing, and we're going to press out. Pause with straight legs, lower the heels, lift, and come back in. Try not to ride your springs. Out, lower, lift, and resist those springs to come in. So your carriage shouldn't be moving in really quick. You should be kind of keeping the same pace inward as outward. 8, lower, lift, collarbone and chest, relax and open. Under, up, squeeze those heels. 5, inhale, exhale. 4, heels lifted and squeezed. 3, all 10 toes on the foot bar. 2, last time. Now lift the heels, squeeze them together, bend in halfway, get those tailbones heavy, and little pulse and pulse. 8, 7, 6, lower back is lifted off the mat just slightly to find your neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, press it all the way out, really stretch those legs and come back in. Good. We're going to go heels wide. Again, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. As you press out, you're going to turn in those legs. So we're going to swivel on the heels to press away, turn in, and open up those knees. Exhale and open, inhale. Back of the pelvis should be feeling heavy, back of the shoulders, ribs are sinking, and just relaxed. And 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3. Resist those springs in. 2. Now on the way in, you're going to stop at the halfway point. Knees are still open. Little pulse. Feel like you could pull the heels towards the center of the foot bar. And we're going to do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Stretch those legs. Let's turn them in. So rotate the toes inward, knees inward, and halfway in with that carriage, pulses out and out. If this doesn't feel good, go to parallel. You can have the knees pointed straight up to the ceiling. Let's do 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out to straight legs. Rotate back to your turnout and resist the springs back in. Good. Toes to center, about a hip width apart, or hands width, maybe a little more than that. Again, shoulders and hips are relaxed. We're going to press out. We're going to lower your heels 1 time, lift and resist the spring. Carriage goes back into the foot bar. Press out for 2. Heels go under, up, back in with control. Out for 3. 3, under, up, 2, lift, hold those ankles up high as you press out, and 4, under, up, 3, all 5 toes on each foot, pressing into that foot bar. 5, under, up, 4, 3, 2, lift and come back in, out for 6, under, up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to try for one more set. Let's try for 7. Press it out. Heels under, up. You should be feeling some heat in those calf muscles. 5, 4, 3. Really reach those heels and lift them. 2. Lift and come in. Breathe. Press right back out. Let's run in place. One heel down, one heel up. Good. Keep breathing. Just relax. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Deep breath in. And rise up and change. Deep breath. And lift both heels under. Hold. Take another long breath in. And let's lift. And we'll come back into that foot bar. Very nice. All right. Legs over the foot bar. If you'd like to roll up, you can. We're going to come up and do a spring change. Exhale if you're coming up into a roll up. We're going to put on a red and a blue. This is a light bridge. If you have trouble with your hamstrings cramping up, you can go ahead and do 2 reds. Will be a little bit more assistance. So we're going to roll back down. We're going to set that headrest flat. Watch your hair. Sometimes those headrests pinch and grab some hair. We're going to, again, have our heels back on about a fist width or hands width between the feet, maybe a little wider if that feels more comfortable and balanced. Arms are down by your side. It's very light. Take a deep breath. We're going to peel the spine up into our bridge position, rolling up. Tummy pulls in flat across the pelvis. We're going to slide the carriage out and exhale, pull back in. So the work is on the in. Try not to slam it into the foot bar. Slow and squeeze it. And exhale. 6. And relax that chest area. 5. The more you hug your hips up and in, hug those abs in. 4. So hugging the hips to the foot bar and hugging those abs into the lower belly. 3. Shoulders are soft, neck is relaxed. 2. Hold it into your foot bar. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Let the spine articulate bone by bone down. Very nice. That might feel really hard. If it felt like enough of a challenge, stay on your heels. We're doing another set. You can try the toes. So a little bit more challenge here. Take that inhale. We're going to peel up with your exhale. Hips are up. Press the carriage out. Pull it in. Sometimes pulling all the way in on your toes is a little bit more challenging. And maybe you don't want to have to pull it in so far. So try what you can. Let's go 5. Again, hips up and hugging into the foot bar, abs and hug those abs in. 3, 2. We're going to try to hold it in as close as we can and pull 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Hips release and grab your knees. Good. Maybe rock a little side to side. We're going to attempt one more. We're going to try 5 single leg kicks on each side. If the single leg version isn't working for you, do both heels down. So we're going to start with both heels on. Roll up into your bridge with your exhale. Left knee to tabletop. You're going to kick as you press out. 5. Shoulders are even. 4. Lower belly is in. 3. Breathe as you bend in. 2. 1. Heel comes down and roll down through your spine. So again, you can do this with both feet on. Take that breath. We got the right leg to kick. We're going to roll up. Right knee tabletop. Press out, kick. And relax the shoulders. Even them out. We've got 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Lift and roll down slowly again through your whole spine. Knees into your chest. Give your knees a little squeeze. If you like the headrest up, you're welcome to have it back up. I'm going to keep my left knee at my chest, put my right foot on that foot bar, and press the carriage out slowly. So I'm going to stretch. Tailbone and pelvis heavy. Take a nice inhale. The knee is going to roll over to the opposite side of the body for us over to the closet. Left arm out in opposition to that knee. Reaching those fingertips. Knuckles are heavy. Feel that stretch here across the chest. Inhale and rotate the knee center. We're going to extend that left leg up. Flex the heel and point the toes. Try to get your hips to sink heavy into the mat. And let's circle the ankle. 3, 2. Reverse that. 3, 2, press that heel up, really stretch. As we're coming in, we're going to take that ankle over the right knee and draw the knees in just a little bit to get that hip to open up. We're going to feel that hip stretch. Breathe. Maybe you want to push on the knee out a little bit. Maybe that's not something you feel like doing yet. Relax and good. Let's put the left heel on the foot bar. Right knee's going to come up to your chest. Press that carriage out. So just hold this stretch. Maybe you're feeling a little stretch in the lower back, maybe inner thigh. And then roll the knee across the body and the right arm opens in opposition. Arm is heavy. Good. Both shoulders are down on that mat if possible. Maybe tilt your head to one side or the other if it feels good. Deep breath in. We're going to roll the hips back to center, knee center, extend that leg up, flex the heel, point the toes. We're holding onto that leg. Reaching through the heel, lengthen the toes, and let's circle the ankle, rotate. Circling, moving through that flex and point. Let's reverse, circle the other way. Press that heel up, really stretch. Try to get a little bit more length in the leg, hips a little heavier, so feel that leg sink into the hip socket. And then as you come in, take that right ankle over the left knee, hold. If you'd like to increase the stretch, you can press on the knee. You can also pull the knee a little closer to your chest. Very nice. We should be all warmed up. Okay. Excuse me. Let's grab straps. We're going to do short loops. And we're going to go ahead and try to keep that neutral spine again. So we're going to keep the pelvis heavy. We don't want to tuck the butt and get the lower back to sink into the mat. We want to keep a little bit of a lift sensation there. We're going to go arms up, shoulders down your back, knees come up to that tabletop, and the knees are right over the pubic bone. We're going to extend that left leg out to start. Same weight. So if you had, let's put our feet down. If you had 2 reds, that will be a little heavy. I would switch that red to a blue at this point. So we want 2 springs, either a red, blue, red, yellow. If you're a man and you like a little extra work, red is fine. So arms up, tabletop, deep breath. That left leg again is going to start right out over that foot bar. When we pull the straps, we're going to change legs. So arms down, head, neck, shoulders lift, right leg out. And switch to your left leg out, arms are up. Inhale. Exhale, right leg out, arms to hips, left leg out. Belly button pulling in. Good, we got 3 more sets. 3 lift. Inhale, exhale. 2. 1 more set. Arms are up, head back, left leg out. Now switch to your right leg out. So the arms are still to the ceiling, right leg out. When you pull, lift head, neck, and shoulders, left leg out, arms to hips. Keep your tailbone heavy, keep your pelvis heavy. Left leg out, arms down. Right leg out, arms up. 4, left. Right, arms up. 3. Try to really bring that chest to the pelvis, not just the chin. 2. 1. Right leg finishes out, hold and release. We should be warming up those abs. If your neck gets tired, you guys put your head down. Anytime we're lifting and lowering with that much work, you can always just relax the head back and choose not to lift if your neck is fatigued. Let's go arms up, tabletop legs right over the pubic bone. Again, neutral spine. Feel the lower abs. We're going to pull the hands down to the hips, arms are straight by your side. Legs are going to go out to a V with the heels touching. We're going to open just the width of our shoulders and crisscross. Now we're going to start moving the legs down. 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. 5, crossing 4, 3, 2, down. 5, press those hands, lift that chest, shoulders, lift it off the mat if possible. Again, if your neck is tired, put your head down for the last 5. 4, 3, 2, crisscross, back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Relax. Awesome job, you guys. Okay, snow angels. Open your arms less than halfway. Very small. So you won't even come out to a T. It's a very small V, so you keep the connection between your arm and your rib cage, which is into your core. So arms up, tabletop legs. Hands come to your hips, chest lifts to the knees. Rotate the palms in, legs out, and find those lower abs. We're going to open the legs and arms V and squeeze to shut. Exhale. If you want more work on this, try to get your legs a little lower. Keep your ribs a little heavier. Draw the ribs down onto the mat. 5, 4, 3. Could we get those legs lowered? Keep those ribs down. 2. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Release. Good, you guys. Arms out to a T. We're going to roll the knees over to a side. Let your chest feel heavy as you open out those arms. Nice inhale, exhale. Good. One more deep breath in through the nose. With your exhale, lift those knees center and roll them over to the left side. And both shoulders heavy. Feel the stretch on the chest. Try to relax. Good. And we're going to rotate those knees center. Let's go ahead, arms up. We've still got those short straps. If you put them away, go ahead and grab them again. Arms are feeling heavy in the shoulder socket, so let the arms really sink into the mat. The shoulders on the back should feel like they're connecting in. We're going to go tabletop legs. Now let's just practice the legs. Keep some tension in your palms. Legs are going to open to a V and close. Now, harder will be V out over your foot bar. A little less challenge will be Ving out almost at hip level. Let's add some arms. So we're going to reach over the left leg with both hands. So right hand through the pelvis, left hand to the side, chest up and legs open. Close the legs. Reach over the right leg, left hand through the pelvis. Both hands reach through the center of the pelvis. Tailbone is heavy. Try getting those legs out. Reach over the left leg. It's like you're hugging the leg. Hug that right leg. Reach your chest to the right. Now reach your chest center, hands right through the center. We got 2 more sets. Reach to the left leg. Over it with both hands. Get those legs out there. Reach both hands, chest to the center. Last set, we can do this. Reach over the left, legs out. Inhale as you lay back, right, back to center. Pause. And ooh, that should feel like some nice work. Upper abdominals. Very good job. Okay. Tension your straps. We're back up. Not much of a break here. We're going to do opposite. Again, knees right over the pubic bone. Tailbone heavy, so we don't want to tuck. We want to let those knees draw out. We're going to send exhale, legs out. Only the legs. Knees come back in. Arms come down to the hips and chest lifts up to those knees. And slide the legs out. Arms up. Tighten your ribs down onto your mat. Arms rise, shoulders go down, head goes down, legs extend. Keep tension in your straps. You should not hear your machine clack in. You want to keep some palm tension. 4, upper abs should be barking here. 3, lift that chest up, really come up with those chests. 2. Now we're going to hold that tabletop position, chest up, knees in, drop those feet, and arms go halfway up. So up to the knees, down to the hips. Try to stay up for 6 more. 6, belly button sinking. 5, ribs sinking. 4, chest lifting. Exhale, 3. And 1. Wow. Release. Okay. Let's put those loops down. We're going to go ahead and come back up for our little oblique set. So arms up. You can use the back of the legs to come up. Otherwise, you're just going to reach up. Maybe we're going to use those legs because our abs are tired. We're going to do a blue only. If you're a man or you're quite strong in your upper body, you can leave just the red. I am going to do halfway between that, so a red and a yellow. Blue will be lighter. Blue, yellow will be a little bit step up, and then the red will be a little bit harder. So let's go and lay back down. Left hand in that strap. All right, again, sink that arm into the mat. Sink that shoulder down onto the mat. We're going to go ahead and reach your right arm down by the side. If you have trouble stabilizing, you've given yourself too much weight. So tabletop legs. Pull the arm down, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Slide both legs out over your foot bar. Back into the knees, arm up, head back. Keep control of that rope. Lift and extend. 5. Try to stay even on the upper body. 4. Again, you shouldn't hear your machine clack in. 3. 2. We're going to hold 1. Arm down, chest up, knees come back in. Right hand supports the head gently with a wide elbow. We're going to send 1 leg out. We're going to switch, 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 switch. We're going to go 3, 2, We're going to finish with the right leg out. Hold it there, left knee, tabletop, lower lift. 5, 4, chest to center, 3, lift it up, 2, gentle support on the head, and release. Awesome job, you guys. All right, we got another side. Make sure you're back in your center with your hips and your pelvis. Right arm up, tension in that strap. The arm has sunk into the shoulder socket, so the back of the shoulder's on the mat. Tabletop legs, breathe. Arm down, chest up, legs extend center. You are trying to keep that right arm straight. The one that's pulling is nice and long from the armpit to the fingertips. Knees come into that pubic bone, arms up. And we're going to go exhale, 4. Try to finish that exhale as your feet reach as far away from you as you can. Exhale, 3. Keep blowing. And then in and up. And this is our last one. Hold it. Left hand behind the head, knees in. Good. Send one leg out. Keep pressing that right hand to the foot bar. Change, change. Keep breathing. 2, 2, 1. 1, left leg back out. Hold it there, lower lift. We've got 5. Keep that pelvis heavy. 4, lower abs in. 3, lift that chest a little bit more. 2, and our abs are toast. Okay, you should have felt a lot of abdominals with that series. Let's go ahead and put your loops down. Hold on to those pegs one more time. Left ankle now crosses the right knee for that figure 4, and the knees are going to roll all the way over to the left if possible. And then open out your arms. Keep dropping that right shoulder. So the shoulder that your knees are rolling away from, that's the one you want to attach back down to the mat. Deep breath. I like to grab my pegs, pull my hands into my ears, pull the knees up center, switch your ankle cross, knees over to the closet or to the right, and then open out those arms. Let your left shoulder be heavy, so we're opposite shoulder to knees. And then hands back in towards your ears on those pegs and knees center. And again, one more pull into the knees, kind of rock. Make sure your lower back hasn't tensed up. And we are ready to come up, you guys. So come on up. And we're going to get out boxes. So we're going to go long box. I'm going to go ahead and put my sticky mat, my gray mat, onto the box. And I'm going to drop my weight down. You are welcome to stay on that blue. I have a blue yellow, so I'm going to take that yellow off. Somewhere in between that is that button. So on our attachments for our springs, we do have a button, and it makes that spring just a little bit longer. I'm going to put my blue on that button. So red is quite heavy. If you get anywhere above a red, you might pull yourself right off that box. So yellow will be the lightest. If you have shoulder issues, I would go ahead and stick with a yellow. We're going to go ahead and lay down. Front of the chest is off the box. We're going to put the hands on the frame. We're going to press down and kind of pull forward a little bit. Feeling that stretch from the pubic bone up through those abdominals. Nice inhale. And then lower back down. Press down, lift up. Pull along the frame just slightly, guys. Tummy pulls up under the ribs. Chest is up. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Come on down. Good. We're going to do 2 sets. Watch your thumbs. We're going to climb up to the ends of the machine. So we're going to pull. And we're going to grab outside of those risers, just above those black knobs. Our pubic bone and pelvis are really pressing down. The legs are extending. When we pull the chest forward, those shoulder blades should feel like they're pulling down. Exhale, go forward and through and slide out. I'm going to lift my headrest up so I can pull all the way to the end of the carriage instead of hitting the headrest. Abs are lifting right above that pubic bone. Feel the glide down of the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades should feel like they're moving down towards the waist. Let's go 5. 5, heart forward. Head is lined up with the rest of the spine. 4. So we're still gazing at the floor. Exhale, pull. 3. Get those shoulders down off the neck, out of the ears. 2, exhale. 1 more. Press those hips down. Now come out halfway. We're going to do 8 little pulses. 8 in that center range. 7. Keep those abs up. 6. Keep those legs flying out behind you. 5. Unshrug. 4. Engage the back of the armpit. 3. Feel that tightness there. 2. all the way through. Slide it out, kind of hang there. Let your chest and head hang. And then we're going to walk the hands to the top of the risers with the knuckles up. We're going to go 8 more. So again, head is in line with the spine, pull forward, chest goes forward, elbows go wide, chest reaches through the end of the machine. Inhale. Feel those shoulder blades are gliding down towards the waist, and then they rise up a little bit. And we're going to go 6, exhale, keeping the elbows open as best you can without pinching the neck. Good, 4 more. 4, belly button in, shoulders draw down. 3, head is lifted in line with the spine. We're looking at the ground. 2, legs are flying out behind us. Hold it here. Now halfway out, little pulse. Keep those elbows open if you can. That's kind of hard to get the shoulders down when the elbows lifted. We're going 5, abs in 4, belly up 3, unshrug 2, all the way through. Slide it out. Let your head hang. If this doesn't feel good, guys, grab the frame and come on back. Watch your feet. Let's grab the frame, everybody, and slide down. Okay, we're going to do some single arm work. So we're going to grab up to the tape. Once you start, if you feel like you're tilting way over onto the side that's pulling, go ahead and come down below the metal. You don't want it to feel so hard that it's going to pull you over onto your right side. And if it still feels too heavy, put that hand in the short strap. So we'll start at the tape if possible. We're going to put the left hand on the peg where that other loop is sitting. Lift the chest, head is lined up with the spine, legs are flying out behind you. With a nice straight arm, we're going to pull that arm back. And again, feel if you can stay on your center. If you can't stay even on your ribs, come down a little bit lower towards the loops. 4, hearts up, shoulders off the neck. 3, try to keep that right arm very straight. The arm that's moving is straight. 2, 1 more set, or 1 more pull, and reach it forward. Now you can stay on this weight. I'm going to choose to come below the metal for a little less tension. Press down on that left hand, chest up, tummy in, legs lift. Same motion, pull the arm back, palm in, knuckles are out. We're going to keep the elbow by your side, bend the arm and press. Now let's see if we can stop the arm without bending that hand all the way to the shoulder. 4, stop that bend. 3, gives it a little bit more challenge. 2, 1, arm goes down, and whew, shake it out. Very nice. Okay, we've got another arm. So we'll grab that tape, and we'll put that right hand on that peg, press up, lift, legs lift. With a straight left arm, pull those arms back. When your hand is down, the palms should be in, the knuckles should be out, chest is forward. Try to stay even on those ribs and torsos. Exhale. 4, 3, open up that collarbone, even out those shoulders. 2, 1 more pull, arm goes down, and relax. Good. Again, you can stay on the tape. I'm going to choose to come below the metal and squeeze the top of the loops. Hearts up, belly's lifting, pelvis pressing down, legs lift. Now, same motion to start. Pull that arm back to the hip, keep the elbow stationary, bend, and press. Now, when we bend, stop the arm about halfway into the bend, and we're going to go 4 more. So we're kind of keeping the contraction. 3, try to keep lifting your tummy and lift your chest. 2, squeeze it back. 1, and release it. And let's peg that strap. Good, you guys. We're going to slide off. We're going to come back up for a child's pose. So 2 different choices. You can sit back on your heels and reach those arms forward. If that doesn't work for your knees, go ahead and just kind of do a little cat stretch here. I'm going to keep my hips low. Deep breaths into the back ribs. Good. We're going to come forward. Hands under shoulders. If you were knees forward, walk your knees back. We're going to, everybody arch the back, drop the chin. And then tailbone back, chest forward. Keep lifting through the lower belly and arch, pulling those abs up. And then tailbone back, chest forward. Come into neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and wag your tail. So we're going to wag our hips a little bit to the right. Breathe. And center. and left. Now, when your hips are going to that side, try to gaze in that direction. So you're getting a little length. Inhale, center, and then inhale, and center, and left. Inhale, looking left, and center. Good. We're going to go ahead and take your right hand under, looking towards the left armpit or to the left side of the room. Pressing down, breathe. And come on up and let's do that to the other side to twist the spine and abs draw up. So we're still lifting here in that lower belly into the belly button. And then come on up. Good. Let's step off. I'm going to go ahead and fold up my mat. And I'm going to sit right in the center of my carriage. All right. So we still have that blue spring on. We're going to work the waist. So let's grab our strap. We're sitting in the center of the box. If you find it's too light, you can scoot towards your foot bar. If you want a little bit lighter, scoot towards your ropes. We're going to go ahead and hold left hand just below the metal, right hand sort of squeezing the end of the fabric together. We're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We want to start with our hips nice and even. So our tendency will be here to tilt over to that left side. We're going to start with that strap right in front of your chest. You're going to check your side mirrors for a nice straight back. Shoulder blades are holding down on the rib cage. Take an inhale. We're just going to pull to the right and back into center, belly button in, and exhale. So sometimes we do this where we rotate all the way around. We're only going to do a half rotation. This is a little bit harder. Let's go 5. Shoulders down, 5. Try to keep those hips evenly weighted. Both shoulders down, 4. Really twist those ribs back to the right. Exhale, 3. Lower belly in nice and tight. 2. Breathe as you come back to center. And 1. Center and relax. Good. Let's do a little work for the deltoid. We're going to hold the long loop if that feels too light. Short loop. So I'm going to do short, chest up. Now try to get those legs to extend out and make sure your back is nice and tall. We're going to go ahead and rotate. The elbow is going to stay. The lower arm is just going to pull. The wrist is nice and strong. We're going to go 6. Lift your heart. Lift your spine up nice and straight. 5. Lift those legs up. Abs are in like a seatbelt. 4. We should be feeling a little burning here in that deltoid. 3. Nice and tall. 2. Exhale. 1. And release. Good. Feet down. Let's go ahead and turn around. So you can walk around over your headrest or you can get up and walk around. We're going to go ahead and sit in the center. We're going to be nice and tall, grabbing that front strap. Good. Right hand is going to hold, knuckles up. Both knuckles are up on either side. We're going to start with that strap right in front of the chest. Hips are trying to stay evenly weighted. Inhale. We're going to rotate with an exhale. Pull to the left. Inhale. Feel your rib cage really lifting and rotating. Belly button in and shoulders down in 6. We're going for 8 if we can. 4. Stop at your center. Use your exhale to initiate. 3. Inhale. 2. Engage the core to initiate. Belly button in. Exhale. 1. And center and release. Kind of shake that out, guys. Should be a lot of work in the shoulders. We're going to grab that short or long loop with our left hand. We're going to keep the elbow hugging into the side. Legs out in front of us. Back is straight, so your body looks like an L right now. We're going to go ahead and pull. If this feels too heavy, maybe left arm isn't your dominant. Scoot towards your ropes just a little bit. We're going to go 6. Check your wrist that it's not breaking. It's nice and straight. 5. Lift your heart. Even out those shoulders as best you can. 4. Lift those feet and pull the lower belly in. 3. Squeeze that strap. 2. And 1. And release. Good. Let's put that right loop here in this right hand. We're going to hold on to it as we turn towards the foot bar. We're going to pick up both straps. And we're going to put our thumbs in and we're going to make a fist. So instead of letting that rope hit us right in the middle of that thumb finger, we're going to make a fist and grab it. We're going to go ahead and open out those elbows to the side walls, and then we're going to try to lift the elbows up without the shoulders pinching into the neck. With the elbows starting right at the sides of the body, you're going to press it forward. Keep those hands nice and wide, and then bend. So when you look in the mirror, your knuckles should be right in front of your elbows. Press. Inhale, belly in, and 6. Breathe as you bend, chest up. 5, 4, inhale, exhale, 3. The elbows don't come behind the body, they stop at your sides. 2, bend, stop, and press. 1, finish with your elbows lifted and wide, and release. Good. We're going to change our grip. Palms now go into those short straps. Elbows are hugging down by your waist. Again, we're going to stop the elbows right at our side. So we're going to work the stop. We're going to go out 1. We're going to go down outside the box. We're going to stop at the hips 2. Lift the hands in front of the chest 3. Bend the elbows part way. So they're not going to come way back here. They're going to stop. We're going to go out 1, lower, tummy in tight, chest up 2, lift 3, and bend, stop 4, and out. So sometimes when we limit our range of motion, it makes it a little harder. Sometimes it makes it a little easier. We're going to go 2, down, up, chest to the ceiling, heart to the sky, out with those fingertips, down with the shoulders, down with the fingers, up, bend, stop. Now let the arms come back and stretch, maybe lean forward, feel that chest open. Very nice. And let's peg those loops. Very good. So we're going to put those straps down and let's put those boxes away. Good job, you guys. All right, so we're going to leave that blue spring on. Let's get our mat. So that mat that we just put away, let's grab it. We're going to put it towards the back, so towards the springs, and on the very edge, so towards the side of the frame. We're going to go ahead and line our left knee up with the right shoulder pad, so the one closest to the street. Now, this one's a little tricky. Let's put our headrest flat. I like to kind of hop out, pull back on that loop, and we're going to put that long strap under your right foot. Good. Now pull those toes back, because kind of slide your foot down. We're going to go ahead and put one hand down on the carriage and right hand on that shoulder pad, and then lift that foot up off the ground. Now the position that we're looking for here is a flat back, so we don't want to be tucked with the butt around to the spine. Chest is forward, shoulders are back. We're going to go ahead and lift that leg and lift the knee to the side a little bit. We're going to press the foot out, and we're going to bend and stop it at the hip. So it's not going to come all the way to the arm or to the ribs. We're going to press it out. 8, slow to bend. Press 7. Adjust your left hand so it's right under the left shoulder. Rotate your chest to the right a little bit. 5. Try to get the leg behind you towards the corner of the foot bar. 4. Full extension of the leg. 3. Bend it, press it. 2. Keep the rope nice and tight so you're not pressing quickly. Smooth. Now bend it halfway in and pulse it. Knee is lifted above the rope. Chest is lifted. Belly button in. 6. Keep it smooth. 5, 4, abs and knee up. 3, 2, press it all the way out. Good. Now toes go down and lift up. Down and lift up. Belly button in. Get those shoulders out of the neck. Maybe gaze down at the floor. Maybe gaze to the right. We've got 3, 2, lift the leg up, little pulses. Up. Draw your abs up into that pelvis to stabilize. 6, small. 5, reach the foot back to the foot bar. 4, 3, leg is nice and straight. Lift it. That's 1. Put that foot down. I like to set my weight onto that leg that has the strap and then step both feet down. Grab that loop. Carriage in. All right. We have another side. Let's come on over. So again, we only have one spring. It's a blue. If you feel like you need more weight, go ahead and add that yellow. If you're feeling super strong in your glutes, a red spring. So right knee down. We're going to have it towards the back. Line it up with your shoulder pad. So when we're down, the knee should be under your hip. So if you're a little bit shorter, the knee is probably going to be forward. We're going to grab that loop on that left side, maybe. And we're going to put that left foot in. So I like to hop out, stabilize the carriage, put your left foot under. Go ahead and slide your toes back. This is the hardest part. So I'm going to give you just a minute. Try to lift that knee up off, that foot up off the floor so the knee is lifted. Right hand under the shoulder, left hand on that shoulder pad. And we're going to kind of look to that left side of the room. With that knee lifted, tummy in, stick your butt out, back is flat. We're gonna press it out and slow to bend it. It's gonna stop at your hip. Press. Keeping the pace and the rope tight, so keeping the pace nice and even and the rope tight helps you keep your balance. Let's go. 5, belly button, pull it in, find your center. 4, bend and press. 3, 2, straighten that leg out, hold it. Now bend in halfway, little press and press, unshrug. Lift your heart, lift your belly button. 5, keep the pulsing nice and smooth. 4, 3, 2, rope is tight, press it all the way out to a straight leg, lower the toes down and lift. Your right hip might be getting tired because you are having to balance on it. So it sometimes fatigues here. Let's go. 5, make sure your right hand is under your right shoulder. 4, leg towards the foot bar. 3, don't reach it out to the sidewall. It's right behind you. 2, reach that leg back, hold it there, little pulses down, up, keep it small. Carriage is moving just slightly, tummy up. 5, breathe. 4, 3, should be fatiguing in those glutes. 2, lift and release it. Let's find the floor, step on that loop, put your right foot down, grab that strap, carriage in. Very nice job, you guys. Those are tough. Okay. All right, let's work those hips just a tiny bit more. So let's work those hips. We're going to keep that blue spring on. We're going to slide our hips back so now they're lined up with the back shoulder pad. We're going to grab that long loop and put it on the right foot. So it's the foot closest to the foot bar. We're going to go ahead and set this left foot here. Make sure it's off of the frame. It's on the carriage. We're going to hold the shoulder pad with that left hand. You can grab the back one or the front one. Right hand to the side underneath the carriage with your fingertips. We're going to round your tailbone. So when you lean back, you're going to tilt your butt under. You're going to extend that right leg forward and hollow out your lower belly. We're going to exhale, pull to the right, inhale, center. Exhale. Keep those abs in. You should be able to see your chest in the mirror in front of you. Shoulders are down. Release that tension. 3, try to lighten your grip. 2, so we're not death gripping that shoulder pad. Now keep the legs center. Now right arm out if we can. If not, just continue with that same sequence. We're going to bring the arm up as the leg goes towards the foot bar. So we're going to pull. 6, hollow out the belly, arm up. 5, keep your tailbone tilted under, chest forward. 4, again, try not to death grip. 3, shoulders down. 2, exhale, back into center and release. All right, we should be feeling that here. Good job. Other side. I'm just going to spin around. So I'm going to slide my hips back, line them up with the back shoulder pad. Round, good. We're going to grab that loop. Right heel comes up. Left ankle gets that long strap. And then we're going to put the left hand underneath the frame or underneath the carriage. Right hand on a shoulder pad, shoulders down, butt tilts under, lean back. Left leg extended out to that side wall and pull. 6. Breathe as the leg comes towards the center. 5. You're exhaling towards the foot bar. 4. Less death grip. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. The leg stops at your center. The left arm goes out. Pull the shoulder back into the shoulder socket. We've got 6 more. 6. Light touch on that right shoulder pad. 5. You can be on the back one. 4. Whatever works for you. 3. Hollow out the lower belly. 2. And release. Good. Knee in. Let's slip that loop off. Awesome job, you guys. Okay. We're going to do 2 reds. We're going to go ahead and finish up with some yummy stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and grab a blue ball. So in the back of your machine, everyone should have a blue ball in their white basket. We're going to lay back. Headrest can be up or down. We're going to go ahead and press the carriage out. And we're going to slide those loops onto long loops, both feet. Good. Bend the knees in. We're going to set that ball to the ankles. Make sure it's nice and centered. Heels out. Arms down. Neutral spine. Pelvis is heavy. Good. Keep that parallel position so toes are pointed straight up to the ceiling. We're going to bend in. Press out. When we bend in, we're going to stop the knees right over the pubic bone. So it's not a big bend today. Not like the clock. Haha. Big bend. Let's go 4. Squeeze as you straighten the legs. 3, 2. The legs are going to stay extended. Keep them straight. Lift them up. Keep your hips down. Stop. Squeeze the ball down. Now try squeezing the ball as the legs rise. And before your hips are lifting, you want to stop those legs. 3. So they may not go straight up. They might stop about here. 2 or less than that. Squeeze up and lower. Good. We're going to bend in a little bit. Extend the feet up. Squeeze the ball all the way down. Bend in a little and straighten and squeeze down. In, tummy in. Keep those hips nice and heavy. 2 more. Keep that ball tight between those ankles. You should be feeling some work on those inner thighs. And squeeze down. We're going to reverse. Legs rise. Bend the knees. Pull the feet down and push out. Now, if you bend the knees and keep the knees where they are, that's a little bit more work. So instead of doing this where the knees come in, you can try to keep those knees where they are and pull that ball down like your feet are sliding down a wall. Last time. Press it out, hold, squeeze. 10, 9. Now untuck your butt if you did. So try not to tuck. 6, 5, 4, 3. Heels are pulling in, and now toes rotate, turn in, so your legs are slightly in, and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep breathing and release. Very nice. Let's put that ball to the side. We'll tuck it into the frame. Press out to that V shape. Heels are touching. We're going to Russian dancer. So one knee bends out to the side, other leg sweeps out. Press those heels back out, pushing those feet to the foot bar, squeezing through those inner thighs, really feeling that stretch through the ropes, reaching out through those feet. Don't cheat yourself on this. Really lengthen. Feel the stretch from your toes through the top of the head. 3 more. Pelvis is nice and level. 2. And 1. Good. Legs come up for our big leg circles. Open them out, circle around, and reach them back together again. Feeling that reach from the long tippy toes to the crown of the head. Let's go 4. Stabilize that pelvis by holding those abdomen like a seatbelt. 3, 2, and let's reverse it. We're going to open up, together, and down. Keep the tailbone heavy. Don't let those ropes lift your seat off. 5. Relax across the chest and collarbone. 4, 3, 2. Legs go open and just hold. Grab those ropes. If it feels like you could take some tension out, you can pull back from the end of the machine. Breathe. Good. Legs back to center. Pull down on those ropes. Let's draw those knees down and let the soles of the feet press together, knees open. You can kind of let the feet move out, or you can lift the feet up, whatever feels good for you on this stretch. I like to press down on my knees a little bit, maybe opening out your arms. Relax through the chest. And let's bring those knees into center. I'm going to take those loops off, find your foot bar, and peg those straps. Very nice, you guys. Okay, let's finish with some stretches. Let's turn to the side. Feet are on the ground. Let's reach up. Nice inhale, stretch up. Bring a hand down and reach over. We're going to try to keep that opposite hip nice and heavy. Breathe into that side you're stretching. And then come up and do that on the other side, reaching, breathing. And back up. And now I'm going to take my top knee, or left knee, over the right knee. I'm going to twist to my top knee. So I'm twisting to the ropes to the left. Chest is up, belly in. And rotate to your center. We're going to switch those knees. So right knee over the left. We're going to twist towards the foot bar, chest up. We should feel a nice stretch in the hip, maybe in the spine, belly button in. Rotate your chest to the right. And then back to center. Let's open those arms out and then clasp them in front. You're going to tuck your butt under, press the hands forward, spreading the shoulder blades. Reach a little to your left, inhale. Keeping the tailbone tilted under, press center, press right. to your center, reach up, arms open, put your hands behind you and pull your elbows back. Abs are in, chest is forward. Lift your heart, lift your chin, breathe, and relax, you guys. Good. One red spring. So take one off. Move that ball so it's not in your way. We're going to put that left foot on the floor, right foot up against that shoulder pad, and let that knee come down if you like and press out. Try to press the hips forward a little bit. You can also come lower and put your left hand on the frame. You're welcome to have your knee up. I like my knee down. Chest up. See if you can come up a little. Slide forward. We're straightening that front leg. Press out. Rotate those hips, squaring them off. Lift your heart. Lift your tummy. Draw the shoulders down. And then come on in. We're going to turn to the side and press out. So we're going to have our chest over the springs. You're facing your machine. And come back in. Good. Let's do the other side. We're going to set that knee down, press out, lower yourself. Lift your chest up a little bit, press those hips forward. Deep breath in. So try to keep breathing through your stretching, releasing. Slide forward, straighten that front leg, press back out. Square that left hip forward. So we're trying to square the hips off to the foot bar. Keep your chest lifted, tummy lifted. And then slide in, guys, and turn towards your machine and press out. Your chest goes over the machine. Roll those shoulders back. Deep breath in. And come on in. Nice job, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed class. Have a great day.